How do everyone, and welcome back to Royville in 4-Color. My name is Stefan, and today we have another Versus. It's Amazing Spider-Man vs. Ultimate Spider-Man, winner take all. Last time I kind of copped out and said the winner was us, so we'll see if this one is the same. First one I have for you is Amazing Spider-Man number 51. And I'm going to give you a good look at that cover. I really like this cover. Outline of the Spider-Man mask with the Sinister Six villains all ready to go. This one is written by Zeb Wells and, sorry, I have a bunch of notes. This one's written by Zeb Wells, and the art is by Ed McGuinness and also Todd Nowak. So this is the follow-up to Peter Parker getting kind of possessed by the Green Goblin power, mind, soul thing. We see that he's after the spear. He wants this spear. There's something that pierced him or made him so that he could be turned into the Goblin. Don't know, wasn't reading it at that point. Having this nightmare, wake up, and it's actually Ben Reilly having the nightmare, currently called Chasm. And his girlfriend, character I really like, and kind of used as a throwaway, oh, what's going on, boyfriend? Anyway, Hallows Eve says, you need to go figure it out, or I need to go figure it out, that kind of thing. So we go to Peter because Ben Reilly is like done for most of the issue at that point. However, Osborn has sent Goblin Spider-Man, Spider Goblin, we'll just call him that, to go say hello to the Sinister Six, the other kind of big Spider-Man villains. And boy, does he. I like this art here for the costume. I think it's a really cool kind of melding of the Green Goblin Spider-Man design. Really thought that was cool. And then when he gets to the Sinister Six, oh my gosh, it wasn't even a fight. Peter's not holding back, and some of the things that happened to them shocked me. Not going to tell you any more than that because I think you need to buy it and read it. Anyway, this one was pretty action-packed. There was a little thing with Kamala Khan, how she, I guess, called... First of all, by the way, I thought Kamala Khan was dead. I guess she's not dead now. Don't know really how that happened. Not that it's a big issue for me, but anyway. So she calls Osborn for some reason and wants to talk to Peter. Calls him Mr. O, and then she gets off the phone and her friend's like, wow, he let you call him Mr. O? And she's like, no, it wasn't Norman. Okay, that was kind of out of the blue, and you're super smart to just figure that out. Like, what is going on there? But, okay, anyway, we get back to what's going on with Spider-Goblin and the Sinister Six. Then at the very end, when he's basically going to do some death blows, Chasm shows up and says, I might help you. I haven't decided yet, and the issue's over. All right. Next issue. We'll see what I think really about this after the next issue. The Versus issue is Ultimate Spider-Man number 5. And we have Harry Osborn, and I think that's his father, walking with him. And then we have Peter and Norman Harry now, as we know, as the Green Goblin. This one was, once again, like kind of the last issue with the date night, this one's a character study, mostly about Harry Osborn. You kind of figure out how he got to where he is today, how he got the Green Goblin. During the events of kind of the Battle of New York, not the movie, the comic Ultimate Universe version of it, where Tony basically gets tricked into attacking the world. Well, Harry's father dies. He actually gets, his building explodes, or the building that he's in explodes. His father dies, his mother dies, and he inherits everything. So now he is the head of Oscorp. Well, then the Kingpin wants to talk to him, says, I'm going to be inheriting, or the Kingpin says, I'm going to be elected to district ruler or something like that. I don't know if in the Ultimate Universe there's like, I know that the bad guys kind of divvied up the world and ran things. I didn't think that was like in the public eye. I thought that was kind of in the shadows. Maybe it's not. Not really sure what's going on with that. But anyway, I'm going to sell you Stain Stark Enterprises. And he's like, okay, well, I guess I don't really... Nope. Offer you can't refuse. I'm the Kingpin. You're going to do what I say. Okay, I guess I'll buy Stark Corporation. So now Harry has all the resources for Oscorp and all the resources for Stain Stark Enterprises, and then he finds this. That's right. Harry has all of Tony Stark's Iron Man technology, documents, all that kind of stuff. All of his tech he was working on now is controlled by Harry Osborn and his subordinate, Otto Octavius, who, if you do not know, is actually, well, his villain name is Doc Ock. A lot of mechanical arms. So yeah, holy cow, talk about somebody that has power now. He has control of basically everything technological. We come to find out that the Shocker, who Peter was fighting, actually got his gadgets, his Shocker gloves from Tony Stark as well, kind of. And so now Harry is trying to get all of this stuff back. He also finds out that his parents were not killed by Tony, what he originally thought. They were killed by this shadowy organization. So now he's after them. At the very end of it, we have him interrogating someone with an eye patch. I don't know if it's supposed to be Nick Fury. Kind of seemed like it was, but then the light was weird, so you couldn't really see his skin tone, because I know in the old Ultimates, he was an African-American male, kind of like what they did. I think actually that's why Samuel L. Jackson got the part, because they basically made Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury in the old Ultimates. But I don't know if that's who it is, but basically he's got somebody captured with an eye patch and says, you're going to tell me everything I want to know because I'm going to go after your bosses. And there's also a scene where Peter and Harry are kind of talking at that dinner date about being heroes. So yeah, so that was the Ultimate Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. Now, these two books are very different. This is a lot of character study. Oh, I apologize. This is written by Jonathan Hickman, and the art is by David Messina. This is a character study. The last issue was a character study. It was a whole dinner date. Nothing else happened except for Harry, Peter, Harry's wife, Gwen Stacy, and Peter's wife, Mary Jane, just kind of them talking. You figure out what their motivations are. This one is, again, a character study more centered around Harry. It's very, very interesting. It's almost kind of like watching, or sorry, it's almost kind of like reading a very in-depth, almost like a HBO Max show or something that you have time to really develop the characters. It's kind of like watching a TV show. That's this one. This one is all about the fun, all about the action-packed. We're gonna get in there. Something's happened to Peter. We gotta figure out how to save him and fisticuffs with the villains. That's this one. So, I guess, here, let's try to do a little bit of, okay, so we have both of them. So, I like both of them a lot for different reasons. If I want just a fun, action-packed Spider-Man romp, Amazing Spider-Man wins the day. That is the thumbs up. If I want this, I was going to say weird, but if I just want this really in-depth character study of how these characters are coming to be who they are, like really, there is no fighting in this book. There might be a little bit when he goes after the Shocker, but really it's like him punching the Shocker and the Shocker falling over. So not really much. It is a character study of how Harry gets to be who he is. And I really enjoyed that. So Ultimate Spider-Man gets a thumbs up for me. I'm not going to cop out. As much as I think a fan of Spider-Man should read both of these books, for today, I enjoyed reading Amazing Spider-Man better just because I got off work and I just wanted to have the fun superhero romp, and that's what it gave me. Maybe if I read this tonight after I'd had some dinner, maybe had a little bit of scotch, read Ultimate Spider-Man, had that nice deep character study, it might have been Ultimate Spider-Man. But that's the conclusion for my verses this time. We're going with Amazing Spider-Man. So, that being said, if you like these verses, if you want me to pick some other comics and put them head to head, let me know. I will definitely, I kind of enjoy doing this, and this is the second one I've done. The other one, of course, was Amazing Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man, the last issues. But if you like this idea, I can pick, Batman versus a Superman comic, or Batman versus Spider-Man comic, or X-O Man of War versus Superman, or a team book versus another team book. I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you like this and I'll do more of them. That being said, remember what your mom always said. If you gotta be a dick, just be a Grayson. Keep reading, everyone. Thanks.